Melania Trump is the victim of political discrimination. That's nothing new, although it's relatively new in how blatant the left is today. Welcome to the Doug TenNapel channel. This is where all the happy patriots are. Welcome to Doug in Exile. Don't forget to follow us over on X platform at Doug in Exile. Here's the article. This is from Mario Nawfal, who is over on X, but he posts this, is relating from the Independent article. Melania Trump, Barron Trump, and I were debanked over politics. So he's quoting her memoir that is also quoted in the Independent over this new term of debanking someone. If you haven't heard of it, it's when someone is conservative. A lot of people who created crypto are in it, and basically a bank goes and announces that you're debanked. They will not do any banking with you anymore. You can't get an account. You can't use a credit card. And then other smaller banks tend to not want to do business with you either. Well, you have to go bank shopping then and try and find some small podunk bank that will do business with you, or you have to go cash only. I have a buddy, Dick Masterson, who got debanked and ended up having to create his own financial way to do transactions on the internet. A lot of guys have to do that. I believe Alex Jones has been debanked too. In her memoir, Melania, the First Lady, reveals how cancel culture hit her family after leaving the White House. Now notice they wait till after they get out of power, because this takes some kind of political power, and it's what the left does when they're in power. That's why, thank God, we won this election, because they would have gone so much worse over the next 4 years, you wouldn't have recognized the culture of this country. They believe in political retaliation. We saw them use lawfare after Trump, doing 34 felony counts and all of these lawsuits against him as a private citizen. But you also saw them threaten to go after Elon Musk, even going so far as wanting to deport him. All that conversation is gone now. And they would go after RFK Jr. We know that they sicked Tulsi Gabbard after them, so that after TSA, she always had to be strip searched because she was on some kind of a watch list. This is what the biggest political opponents of the left have to endure every day. Melania claims her longtime bank terminated her account and denied her son Barron Trump a chance to even open his own. Now, what did Barron Trump do? He's got to be the quietest kid in the world. I don't know if I've even heard his voice speak much, but just by being the son of Trump, they won't let him do business. And likewise, I have family members that are banned on certain social media because they're related to me. I have certain friends on social media who are too afraid to let people know that they're my friend because of the kind of things that social media do to them. She calls it blatant political discrimination. I mean, that's what you call it. Just so you know, discrimination against people's, say, race or gender or age. Age discrimination is another one. Those of you who are seniors in our audience, you might know that you might not be considered for a job because of your age, and that's not allowed according to Title IX and according to our Constitution. You can't discriminate against someone based on age. That is, you should have equal rights. Political discrimination is different because someone could just be a Republican, and a bank can freely just go, you're the wrong political ideology, we got you. And I believe this is where Trump is going to go with a lot of his reformation of the government. I believe he's going to go in and really defend free speech. And according to our founders anyways, that would be freedom of creed, that you were allowed to have a creed, like an allegiance to a political party, and not be allowed to have people remove your job solely for that reason, like what happened with Melania Trump and Barron. Despite the controversy, Melania shared that Barron, now thriving as a student at New York University, has moved past the setback. But for her, the scars linger as a troubling sign of today's divisive climate, source The Independent. This is made to terrorize individuals and make them feel afraid and peer pressure them according to the liberal tribe. This is part of the woke mind virus of what it does to its people. It makes them act like totalitarian monsters, and they're all on the left. All of them are on the left. And they got a huge pushback after this election, and they're not going to be as willing to do it as before. Here's another quote. "I was shocked and dismayed to learn that my longtime bank decided to terminate my account, deny my son the opportunity to open a new one. This decision appeared to be rooted in political discrimination, raising serious concerns about civil rights violations. That's where I'm going with this. Is it a civil right for you to have your creed? It is troubling to see financial services withheld because of political affiliation. The banks will hide behind, we are a private institution. We are not the government censoring people. We're a business. And businesses are allowed to conduct business with who they want. But remember, it was the left that always said, you will bake the cake for us, you cake decorator. You will make these cookies for us, says Whoopi Goldberg. And I believe Trump is going to make new grounds on this. Watch for this sector, because I actually think now that the government can't censor free speech, that woke leftist Democrat businesses are going to step up and try to do it privately against us all. It could affect your Amazon account. It could affect your PayPal. It could affect the credit card you use. All of the banks we use, what do we use? Like Wells Fargo, all of them are far left, and they are doing the most canceling of political opponents right now. I'm Doug in Exile. Thanks for subscribing to the Doug TenNapel channel.